Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. In the previous session, I have discussed about molecules regarding classification of a matter, that is physical classification as well as chemical classification, and even I considered the definition of all those types comes in the each classification. Physical classification includes solid, liquid, gases, while chemical classification includes pure substances and mixtures. Again, in mixtures, homogeneous, heterogeneous. In pure substances, compounds and elements. Well, I have briefly explained about the classification of a matter. This session, I am going to deal with a concept called atomic number and mass number. Well, to know the meaning of these atomic number and mass number, before going for that, well, you should be aware about the distribution of fundamental particles in an atom. Yes, in the previous session I have discussed about that also. What about fundamental particles? The protons, neutrons and electrons. These are the three fundamental particles present in an atom. And regarding their distribution, what I said, protons and neutrons present in the nucleus of an atom. Therefore, they are even called nucleons. And regarding electrons, electrons are going to revolve around the nucleus in a circular path. So what we say, in an atom, electrons are revolving around the nucleus. Okay, regarding distribution, where the electrons present, these electrons are going to revolve around the nucleus. Then what about protons and neutrons? These protons and neutrons are present in the nucleus of an atom. So other two fundamental particles, protons and neutrons, both are present in the nucleus, while electrons are revolving around the nucleus. Okay, well, if I consider atomic number and mass number, what it is? It indicates, say as I am specifying here, numbers. Atomic number, mass number. Number in the sense we are going to think of quantity. What about, we are going to talk about how many number of protons and neutrons as well as electrons. Okay, because when I think of elements, atoms of a different element, they usually have different number of protons, different number of electrons and different number of neutrons. Means how an atom of one element is different from another means it is in the form of change in the number of protons, neutrons as well as electron. Okay, well, say as we said, the distribution is in an atom, nucleus is present at the center, and what about positive? This positive sign indicates the protons. So protons are present in the nucleus. Even neutrons are also present in the nucleus itself. And what about electrons? Electrons are revolving around the nucleus. Okay, if I consider the distribution, so protons and neutrons present in the nucleus, while electrons are revolving around the nucleus in an atom. Okay, so all together constitutes a atom. So if I consider one more diagram, say here positive charge and a neutral particles, both are present in the center of an atom, constitutes the nucleus, while electrons, the negatively charged particles, are revolving around the nucleus. Okay, well, now coming to the concept, what is that? Atomic number and a mass number. Well, here what this atomic number indicates, say in an element, yes, all atoms of an element are going to have protons, neutrons as well as electrons. Well, if I consider atomic number, what it is? It is the total number of protons. Okay, what is atomic number? Atomic number is nothing but it is the total number of protons present in the nucleus of an atom. Okay, if I want to specify atomic number for any element, what is the thing we have to look for? We have to look for total number of protons present in the nucleus itself gives the atomic number. So I hope you got the definition. What is atomic number? It is the total number of protons present in the nucleus of an atom is called atomic number. Okay, well, then mass number. Say, what is mass number? Mass number is nothing but it is the sum of number of protons and neutrons. Number of protons gives atomic number, and what about mass number or atomic mass? It is the total number of protons and neutrons present in the nucleus, gives the mass number. So, well, if I consider a definition for mass number, what is the definition? The total number of protons and neutrons present in the, where they present? They present in the nucleus. So, how we can define? The total number of protons and neutrons present in the nucleus of an atom is called mass number. Means, how to get atomic number and mass number means, it is possible to, yes, notice the atomic as well as mass number of an element by knowing the number of protons and neutrons present in an element or that atom. Okay, or else if you know the atomic number and mass number, one could able to specify the number of protons, number of electrons, and even number of neutrons also. So according to this relation, mass number is equal to number of protons plus number of neutrons. Okay, say I can say instead of number of protons, what I can mention? Atomic number, right? So mass number is equal to atomic number plus number of neutrons. If I want to get the number of neutrons, how we will get? Number of neutrons is equal to mass number minus number of protons. So mass number minus number of protons, or else what I can say? Atomic number. So mass number minus atomic number gives the number of neutrons. Okay, well, I think it is clear for you. What is atomic number? It is the number of protons present in the nucleus. What is mass number? It is the sum of protons and neutrons present in the nucleus. And how we get number of neutrons? Number of neutrons is equal to mass number minus number of protons, or else I can say mass number minus atomic number gives the number of neutrons. Well, for any neutral species, okay, if the element or if that atom is a neutral one, for neutral species, say number of electrons and number of protons will be equal. Okay, for any neutral species, number of electrons will be equal to number of protons. Number of protons is nothing but atomic number. So I can say here, for neutral element, atomic number indicates the both number of protons as well as number of electrons. So for example, an element, its atomic number is 11. Okay, element with atomic number 11, say neutral species. If atomic number 11 means the nucleus has 11 protons, that is, it indicates the number of protons also. So number of protons is equal to 11. Similarly, as it is neutral one, therefore number of electrons is equal to 11 itself. Okay, well, so overall what is to be remembered here is, so atomic number means number of protons, mass number means sum of protons plus neutrons, then number of neutrons is equal to mass number minus atomic number. And for any neutral species, sorry, at the neutral element, atomic number itself indicates the number of protons as well as number of electrons. Okay, well, then coming to the concept, isotopes, isobars and isotones. Okay, well, before switch over into this, I think it is clear for you regarding atomic number, mass number and number of neutrons, how we get the number of neutrons also. Okay, well, now here isotopes, so these are the atoms of hydrogen. Hydrogen only, these I am indicating 3 atoms here, atoms of hydrogen regarding atomic number 1 each, 1 1 1. Okay, these are the atoms of a same element having same atomic number. So I can say these are the atoms of a same element which have same atomic number. Then if I consider say 1H1, this 1 indicates the mass number. 1H2, this 2 indicates the mass number of this atom. And 1H3, this 3 indicates the mass number of this element. Okay. Now, when I look at these three, okay, these three atoms of hydrogen, they have same atomic number. Okay, 1 each. But what about mass number? Mass number is different. First atom has 1, second has 2, and third has 3 as its mass number. Means what I can say here? These are the atoms of a same element having same atomic number. Okay, same atomic number but different mass numbers. So, okay, what we are talking about? What is the statement we got? Atoms of a same element having same atomic number but different mass number. Okay, so what you can say? Atoms of a same element having same atomic number but different mass number are called isotopes. Well, I think you got the definition for isotope. So, well, what is isotope? These are the atoms of a same element having same atomic number but different mass number are called isotopes. Well, so name of these: 1H1 named as a hydrogen, 1H2 deuterium, and 1H3 is the tritium. So these are the three isotopes of a hydrogen element. Okay, hydrogen, deuterium, and tritium. These are the three isotopes of a hydrogen. So, and here what is important to be remembered here is deuterium is considered as a heavy isotope. Okay, this deuterium 1H2, it can also be represented as D2, capital D superscript 2. Okay, and tritium, it can also be represented as T3. So here deuterium is the heavy isotope of hydrogen, and regarding tritium is the radioactive isotope. Remember, for hydrogen we have three isotopes. What are those? Hydrogen, deuterium, and tritium. Okay, what is the heavy isotope? Deuterium. And what about radioactive isotope? Tritium. Well, we go for one more example. Regarding carbon, say again carbon atomic number is 6, and when you look at the mass number, say these are again atoms of the same element having same atomic number, and when you look at the mass number, say 12, 13, and 14. Say again, what we can say here? Atoms of the same element having same atomic number but different mass number. So these are also called isotopes of a carbon. So we can say here generally what is to be remembered means atoms of a same element having same atomic number but different mass number are called isotopes. So for carbon again we have three isotopes: carbon 12, carbon 13, carbon 14. Okay. And among these three, which is most abundant isotope means carbon 12 is the most abundant isotope of a carbon. Least means carbon 14. Well, now it's regarding isotopes. Coming to the next concept, isobars. Next, isobars. Okay. Well, before going for a definition, just I will analyze this. What are the elements I specified? Carbon and nitrogen. Okay. Well, say what about atomic number of carbon? Atomic number of carbon is 6 and that of nitrogen is 7. Okay. Well, when I look at the mass numbers, say carbon has three isotopes, right? Carbon 12, carbon 13, carbon 14. Now I will consider carbon 14 isotope. Okay, it exists. Say C614, carbon 14 isotope I have specified. It means atomic number is 6 but mass number is 14. Okay. Well, for nitrogen atomic number is 7, mass number is 14. So I considered atoms of a different element. One is carbon, another one is nitrogen. Atoms of a different element having different atomic number, different element in the sense, so they are going to have different atomic number. But what is same here? When you look at the mass numbers, having same atomic mass, or you can say mass number, are called isobars. So what are isobars? So atoms of a different element, but they have similar mass number. Okay, they are called isobars. So definition: atoms of a different element having same mass number, or I can say atomic mass, are called isobars. Okay, example: carbon 14 and nitrogen 14 is an example. Carbon 14 means here carbon atomic number 6, mass number 14. Nitrogen 14 means atomic number 7, mass number 14. So here these are the atoms of a different element having different atomic number, but they have same mass number. Therefore, carbon 14 and nitrogen 14 are isobars. Okay, well, I think it is clear for you. Then coming to the one more concept, that is isotones. Isotones. Well, here consider calcium and potassium. Okay, before going for a definition, we analyze this so that we'll get the meaning of a definition. So calcium atomic number 20, potassium atomic number 19. So potassium K symbol, atomic number 19, calcium Ca, capital C small a, with atomic number 20. Okay, well, now if I consider again, what I can say here, these are the atoms of a different element having different atomic number and different mass number. Well, if I consider calcium and potassium, yes, atoms of a different element is the one thing we can notice. Having different atomic number, yes, they have different atomic number, it can be noticed. Further, when we look at the mass number is also different. But when you calculate the number of neutrons, okay, what we are analyzing? We are analyzing number of neutrons. So number of neutrons, we already know what is the formula. Mass number minus atomic number gives the number of neutrons. Well, here calcium 40, number of neutrons will be mass number 40, atomic number 20. So 40 minus 20. So answer is 20. So I can say here the calcium 40 contains how many neutrons? 20 neutrons. Okay. Well, coming to the potassium. Say here number of neutrons, again mass number 39 minus atomic number 19. So 39 minus 19, again what is the answer we get? 20 as the number of neutrons. So I considered potassium and calcium atoms of a different element having different atomic number, having different mass number, but having same number of neutrons. Such species are called isotones. Okay, what are isotones? The atoms of a different element having same number of neutrons are called isotones. So now here I can say potassium 39 and calcium 40 are isotones. Okay, so atoms of a different element that have same number of neutrons are called isotones. So three things I have considered: isotopes, isobars and isotones. Okay, well, what do you mean by isotopes? These are the atoms of a same element having same atomic number but different mass number. Okay, and what about isobars? Atoms of a different element having same mass number. Okay, then what about isotones? These are the atoms of a different element having same number of neutrons. Well, now we go for some objective type questions. So here, well, what is the question? The number of neutrons the number of neutrons present in the radioactive isotope of hydrogen. Well, I already mentioned hydrogen has how many isotopes? 3 isotopes. Okay. Well, what are those? Protium, deuterium, and tritium. 1H1, 1H2, 1H3. And what is the radioactive isotope here? Tritium, right? Tritium means 1H3. Well, 1H3 means what is the mass number? 3. Atomic number 1. So what is the question here? Number of neutrons. Number of neutrons in the sense, how we get the value? Mass number minus atomic number. So mass number is 3. Okay. Atomic number is 1. So 3 minus 1. I hope you got the answer. What it is? 2 is the answer. Well, we look at the options. So 0. Second option is 1. Third option is 2. And fourth option is 3. Well, what is the answer? Say the number of neutrons present in the radioactive isotope of hydrogen. How many neutrons present? Answer is okay. Well, coming to the next question. So as I said here, so tritium is the radioactive isotope of a hydrogen. What it is? 1H3. 3 minus 1. So answer will be 2. Okay. Well, coming to the second one, the isotope of neutral atom of an element. Isotope of neutral atom of an element differs in. So you have to recall the definitions. Well, we look for the options. What is the first option? Differs in atomic number. Second option, differs in mass number. Third option, differs in number of electrons. And the fourth option is chemical properties. Well, what is the answer? Differs in the mass number. As you said, having same atomic number but different mass number. So we say differs in mass number. So if I consider the definition, recall what it is. Isotopes have same atomic number but they have different mass number. Okay. So answer second, mass number. Well, coming to the third one. So nitride ion in lithium nitride is composed of nitride. Okay, nitride means here it is an ionic species. N raised to 3 minus, N3 minus. Okay, so nitrogen atomic number 7. Okay, N3 minus, N3 minus. So atomic number indicates the number of protons as it is charged one. Okay. It is a charged one. What is the charge it carries? Negative charge. It indicates the number of electrons are more. Okay. Well, nitride ion in Li3N, lithium nitride is composed of. First we look at the options. 7 protons, 7 electrons. Second option, 10 protons plus 7 protons. And third option, 7 protons plus 10 electrons. And the fourth option, 10 protons plus 10 electrons. See here, N3 minus. Say nitride ion means it is N3 minus, atomic number 7, right? So it indicates the number of protons. So how many protons? 7 protons. So here charge 3 minus means 3 electrons are more that of proton. So it's going to carry negative charge, 3 minus. So I can say 7 protons, 7 electrons plus extra charge. Okay. So 7 plus 3, 10. So what will be the option? 7 protons plus 10 electrons. So I can say N7 14. Number of protons, the result will be 7. But it is a charged one. Okay. This negative charge is going to obtained by gaining 3 electrons. So 7 plus 3, it is going to have 10 electrons. So answer third, 7 protons plus 10 electrons. Well, we go for one more question. Homogeneous system among the following is, as we considered mixtures, there will be two kinds, homogeneous and heterogeneous mixtures. And what is to be remembered here? Homogeneous means it is going to have only one phase, single phase. Heterogeneous means the one which is having more than one phase. Okay. Well, homogeneous system among the following is, we have to find out the homogeneous mixture. So first one, starch solution, means it's a mixture of starch plus water. Second, sand in water. Third, urea in water. And the fourth one, benzene in water. Well, when you analyze these options, first one, starch in water. Starch, whether starch dissolves in water? No. Okay. A white turbidity remains. It means there will be two phases. One is solid phase, starch particles. Second one is water, liquid phase. Means it is not a homogeneous system. Then if I consider sand in water, sand is a solid, it won't dissolve in water. So there will be again two phases, solid phase and liquid phase. And if I consider benzene in water, benzene is an organic solvent, organic liquid, water is a protic solvent. So aprotic, protic. Okay, that is aqueous and organic. They won't mix up with one another. So there will be again two separate layers, organic phase and aqueous phase. So starch solution is not homogeneous. Sand in water is not homogeneous. Benzene in water is also not a homogeneous. But coming to urea in water, urea readily dissolves in water and resultant will be a homogeneous mixture. So we say, what is the answer? Urea in water is the answer. Okay. Homogeneous system among the following will be urea in water. That is the third option. Because as I said, rest of the three options, they are going to constitute heterogeneous mixtures. So urea completely soluble in water. So both are present. Urea and water both are present in a single phase. Therefore, it constitutes a homogeneous system. Well, coming to the next one. So what are nucleons? Say already mentioned regarding distribution of subatomic particles, protons and neutrons both are present in the nucleus. Therefore, they are collectively called nucleons. Well, we look at the options. So first option, proton, electron. Second, protons only. Third, protons and neutrons. And the fourth one, protons, neutrons and electrons. Well, what is the answer here? Third option, protons and neutrons are collectively called nucleons. Okay. So why so? Because both are going to constitute the nucleus. So protons and neutrons are present in the nucleus. They constitute the nucleus. Hence, they are collectively called nucleons. So answer 3, protons and neutrons. So coming to the last one, the number of fundamental particles present in lithium-3. Number of fundamental particles present in lithium-3, 7. Okay, lithium element. They specified atomic number as well as mass number. Lithium-7. Okay. Now here, fundamental particle they are asking. So what are those fundamental particles? Protons, neutrons, and electrons. All together considered as a fundamental particle. So here, if I want to find out the number of fundamental particles, then it would be sum of number of protons, number of electrons, and the number of neutrons. Okay. Well, here atomic number 3, mass number 7. Number of protons 3 is a neutral one. So number of electrons is also 3. So number of protons 3, number of electrons 3. So 3 plus 3, 6. Then what about number of neutrons? Mass number minus atomic number. 7 minus 3, 4. So protons 3, electrons 3, and what about neutrons? 4. So 3 plus 3 plus 4. What is the answer? 10 is the answer. Well, we look at 3, no, wrong. Second option 4, it is also wrong. Third option 6, it is also wrong. Then obviously we look for fourth option. Say yes, fourth option is 10. So what is the answer? Answer must be 4, right? Well, so what is the question? Number of fundamental particles present in lithium-7. So fundamental particle, it will be sum of number of protons, neutrons and electrons. So I can say number of fundamental particles is equal to number of electrons plus number of protons plus number of neutrons. All together gives the fundamental particle. Well, so With this, I'm going to conclude the today's session. I hope you got this. Again, in the next session, I'm going to discuss about some other concept of a chemistry. Thank you.